Morning. Happy, hopefully last day of planting. Well, until wheat's over. So we don't have a whole lot of acreage to cover. We got about 60 or 75, but we do have some rain coming in sometime this afternoon. I think we should be able to cover what we got to get done. We're gonna bump her up a little bit on the ground speed, but I think we'll be all right. We're just about done with this field, and then got 10 acres on the other side of this ditch, then we'll be moving. This field could use some new field tile. One thing I've been doing with this In Command 16 Go, I think that's what they're calling it. Anyways, this new ag leader monitor, been trying to flag where our holes are, tile blowouts. You can do that with the old ag leaders too. I just always forgot to do it. Some old tile in here, and probably just need to redo the whole place. Morning. Hopefully the last day of planting 2025, at least the first run. School's out, so I have the world's best buddy seat rider hanging out with me today. We're trying to get wrapped up early. Got some big stuff going on with high school area sports. Who's playing tonight?
Landon.
Yep. Brother Landon is playing tonight for the regional championship in the state of Ohio for baseball, so we're pretty excited about that. Yeah. So we'll see what kind of work we can get done, and then we'll go enjoy a baseball game. All right, cruising along, turning the dirt over, smiling, drinking water. Was watching the iPad. So in this field, we've got an Italian ryegrass problem. We've had it for several years. And strategy this year is it's been sprayed. It's been bush hogging spots. And now it's going to get turned under. And we've always used vertical tillage, different tool here, and it's kind of chop things up very lightly. But I've got the Salford set pretty deep, and trying to do this in a single pass. We may have to make 2 trips around the edges over there, just because it's such a thickly established plant over there. Hopefully we can help solve the problem, and I think we may have to do some fall application this year with some chemicals to maybe try to get it completely wiped out. Hey folks, today I'd like to tell you a little bit about the video sponsor, Incogni. So we've been getting ready to go on a little trip here before wheat harvest, and one thing that has not been a huge distraction in this process has been spam calls, telemarketers, all that good kind of stuff. And that's because I use the Incogni service. And that's because I use Incogni. So especially in today's world where security is kind of super important, personal security and whatnot, I really enjoy using Incogni. So if you have a VPN or something like that, this is a little bit different. Think of a VPN as protecting you while you're browsing the web. Incogni actually actively hunts out where your personal data has been breached and tries to remove that from the internet. So that's why you don't get as many spam calls when you're using Incogni. It is actively trying to get your phone number and personal information away from the people making those calls. So there are many different kind of plans on Incogni. So you have your standard, your unlimited, your family plan, and family unlimited. So I probably ought to sign up for the family plan so I can get Dad on there. He is constantly answering his phone all the time. I kind of think he enjoys talking to the telemarketers, but one of these days, one of them's going to get him. And if you've ever had a relative fall for one of those schemes, it's not fun. So if you're interested in trying out an Incogni plan, you can take back your personal data with Incogni. Use code BFVIDS at the link below to get 60% off an annual plan. So there'll be a link to that in the description. So check that out. So far, it's been a service I've been very happy to have, and it works very well. There's Pops over there spraying. He's actually top dressed at 28, I believe, on some of the last planted corn ground. All right, on to the next farm. We're going to be doing a lot of travel today.
we are, what are we, 50 acres left? If that. Got 10 on the hill. We've got 10 left here. Yeah, about 50 acres. We got about 2 hours before the rain gets here, so it's going to come down to the wire. Hopefully that rain will hold off just a little bit, and we can finish this up. Going around a lot of these kind of spots up. A little bit of water.
Alright, so we have started getting into this thicker stuff over here, and we're probably going to have to run through it at least twice. You see where we've been, that's not even like a heavy mat right there, that's just some large clumps, and it's just not getting worked up. That heavy stuff over there, I did drop through some of that, and it's cutting, but it's not breaking things up the way I'd like it to. So probably have to hit it a couple, 3 times. Got the machine running, I don't know, 3.5 inches deep, and really probably deeper than I'd like to have Brian plant beans into. What do you think? You can see right there, I've been through that. It's just, it's getting it. Might take a couple trips. So this is the kind of stuff we're dealing with. You can see where it's been mowed. That's 3 passes around the exterior of this field. It's still there. I mean, it's working out, but it's taking a long time. We're going to try a couple shots through this corner with our chisel plow shanks down, or our shanks, and see what happens. You can definitely feel it pulling harder. I'm going to do this in this corner, and then we'll raise the points up out of the ground and come back through and try to clean it up, smooth things up. Hopefully it's not too bad by the time Brian gets over here to put beans in the ground. All right, Mason, we're all finished up. There's the after. That's what it looks like. I think you did a pretty decent job. Hopefully that helps maybe the beans will get established before that stuff starts a regrowth. All right, we are finished. All done but the bean planting now. And it sounds like Brian has got about these 2 fields plus. Must have been a little bit of bouncing and vibrating in the field. Have to get a couple replacements so our handle doesn't fall off. There's a whole lot of bumps.
37 acres left. That's all we got. So we're finished up here. We're making the last big move. There's 27 acres and 2 fields. Looks like the rain's going to hold off for the next hour and a half, so we should make it. I hope so. So the field that we're in had a bad case of Italian ryegrass. So BJ tilled this field a couple different times and tilled a little deeper than what we had been to kind of rip that stuff out. If you never had it, it's very resistant to herbicide. And this field had it real bad. There's that clump of it. But it was completely solid on the other end of this field. Like real solid. But the sulfur did a really good job. Looks pretty good now. It's a little fluffy. Drug up right there, it was so fluffy. So hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt, but there was so much of that stuff we were not going to get much done, or much of a stand if we didn't do this. There's that ryegrass, that Italian ryegrass I was talking about. Those are just clumps of it. That other field, it was super thick in it. But we are climbing the mountain at the moment, though. Slipping a little bit, but we're making it slow and steady. So on this hillside, we're going to plant it sideways, just try to prevent a little bit of erosion. Notice we didn't till it either. May not look all that much higher on video camera, but it's a substantial grade there. That's actually the base of a hill called Rattlesnake Knob. I assume at some point a pioneer seen a rattlesnake on that hill and the name stuck, but I've never seen a rattlesnake around here. We do have timber rattlers in the area. Very rare to see one though. It's all around us, but we only got an acre left. Yeah, this is the exact same place that I finished last year. I think I finished in that field actually, right across the driveway in corn. At that point, I think the beans might have already been done. Kind of interesting. Same spot, year apart. But we should be just fine. There's not much left. I think it's raining like right over there, just on the other side of those trees. It's hard to tell because I think we're getting some of the Canadian wildfire smoke in the area as well. Yep. Come on. And that right there, folks, is it. We're done. At least the first time. Got to call Dad, give him the good news.
Hello.
Yep, it's too late to plant.
Too late to plant, huh? Okay, what's good? You ever been pickle puss or see him?
Never seen pickle puss.
We did. Your way over? Up here?
I'm just folding up.
Oh, okay. What kind of rain's coming this time,
I think I can see it in Richmondale. Yeah, it looks like it's raining down there in the hills. Yeah, I can't tell if it's the smoke or rain.
Yeah, they should pour that slightly, they said.
So we got a little bit of seed left in the seed tender, and I'm going to get that seed out of the seed tender and into this planter. We will be playing double cross with this machine at some point, so it's not like we're going to waste it. So then we can take those boxes off the tender, and yeah. Definitely feels like it's going to be raining soon. It's getting windy. The temperature's dropping. Just got about 700 pounds in each hopper, so that'll work. That'll be for double crops. If we get the double crops, we'll probably be putting on 60, 65 pounds an acre. So do the math there. We got a few acres worth of seed. Yep. We got done just in the nick of time.